Good morning, everyone, from sunny Byron Bay. Well, actually, not in Byron Bay, but in part of it, one of the communities of Byron Bay. And I've been here many times over the years. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at because this is one of the small communities in the Shire of Byron Bay. It's also one of the areas that is very close to those that get severely flooded over here, which you've probably heard about. Lismore, for example, one of the areas that was just devastated, and further south from here. The reason that I've come in today is that during the little setup of 2020, when people weren't allowed to go places, a particular Hollywood star an Australian Hollywood star, came to the Byron Bay region and purchased a property, and of course paid more than the average person could afford because he could. And it is said by the locals that within days of him being here, not weeks, days of him being here, the price of a coffee trebled. Now, what changed? What changed that the price of coffee had to go up so ridiculously because some Hollywood actor had arrived in the region? Good morning to whoever's just joined me. Please do say hello if you like. So not only that, but because of him being in the region, property prices escalated ridiculously, absolutely ridiculously. Well, it hasn't stopped. Once all the nonsense settled down, he and his mates hightailed it back to Hollywood. Funny thing is, the property went on the market. So what was that really about? And the other funny thing is, it wouldn't sell. Why wouldn't it sell? Because it was a ridiculous price. But what the aftermath is that I want to show you, the aftermath of him and his mates being here, is properties in this little community are now well over $1 million for a little 2x1, 3x1, nothing special, not on great big blocks of land. There is nothing here now that an average person can afford. And yes, I know that property prices have gone up everywhere. The thing about this community is this is a really big family community. Small businesses are what make this little community and the others around the Byron Bay area. It's what makes them. It's what brings people to them. Small businesses, mum and dad businesses. There are no big corporations here. There's an IGA and that's it. There's none of the other big fellas here. There's no banks. Well, there's no banks anywhere, right? But there's no major facilities because it's a beautiful small community. Now, families flock to this area. So if I turn around for you, you can see the river behind me, right? This is just the most beautiful area. And this town is surrounded by water, as are many of the towns in the Byron Bay region. People flock here to enjoy the quiet and then it gets full. But people flock here because it's unique. It is a country community with the country feel, the people are great, and everything is just easy. And they come because they can go to cafes across the road here and sit with friends, sit with family and really enjoy a leisurely lunch, a leisurely breakfast. Around the corner, phone won't turn around. Around the corner over there is a pub that was famous because of the people that owned it, Holden and his entourage. Can't remember the woman's name, Delvine Delaney, was it? And Strop. And that pub was incredible. And apparently, according to the locals, they used to frequent the pub and they just fit in like everyone else. Well, after Strops, Delvine sold it. And what did she sell it to? A huge internal staff for a start. They could not. They didn't have the way it was previously. What does that tell you? So, why have I come today? By the we're going to have trouble with the internet, and isn't that interesting? Because we've never had trouble here before. You now have to pay. On the side of the road here now, I'll show you, there are parking meters in this little town. Families come to this park that I'm standing in. Families, friends, relatives, they all come here so they can enjoy it. Well, now it's going to cost them $5 an hour to be able to come to the park for a picnic, a birthday, or simply to have a swim in the river and enjoy the river. But now it's going to be $5 an hour. So if they want to go and have a leisurely lunch or something, it's going to cost them a whole lot more money. So everywhere now are these darling little things. Get how to turn the thing around. So I have to show you here. So now we've got these nice little parking meters. Across the road, restaurant and river inn. And down there are all the awesome little cafes. Now, usually they are packed with people. Not now. And here's something else that we got used to seeing in Fremantle, but it has affected here. Now, this shop here has been like this now for 2 years. See the sign that we're all used to seeing, right? So they're absolutely crippling this place, bringing in parking meters, $5 an hour. And the business people have tried and tried to talk to Byron Bay Shire about the impact that this will have on the community and on the business. So my question is, why are Byron Bay Shire making it so difficult for their local people and for visitors, but in particular the people who live here? Why are Byron Bay Shire, who do not repair the roads, I might tell you, why are they charging people $5 an hour to park by parks that are for families? They don't look after this either. Why are Byron Bay Shire encouraging the cost of a home to escalate so much from 1.3 million up? Why? What is it that they know? What is it that they are planning? And it doesn't matter whether you're in Western Australia, South Australia, this is appropriate to you as well. You have to be asking yourself, what are these shires up to? And what gives them the right? Not because they're a shire, that's not correct. If you go and read their actual rights and duties and so forth, and how they fit into what was the Australian Constitution, they are way beyond what they're supposed to be doing. So looking around, just turn this around for you. You know, imagine these little communities, they rely on their local people coming to their cafes, coming to their shops. They rely just like other big towns do, but it is harder for small communities. It's more the ethics and the morals that is what I'm questioning and what I want people to start to think about. So what can we do with these shires that really overstep the mark and that are crippling small business? So why would they want to drive people out? Why would they want to drive the average person out of their communities? What are they up to? You know, the average ordinary person cannot afford a home here now. They can't afford a home in any of the region of Byron Bay. So why? Why do they want these people who have lived here for eons? Why do they want to make it so difficult for them and make it that they can't afford to be here? What have they got planned for this area? Now, if you're not familiar with the Byron Bay area, this area used to be called the region of the hippie because it was very much where people that wanted to live sustainably, looking after themselves, have a very relaxed lifestyle, lots of surfing, lots of beach, making their own clothes, using alternative ways of living, good life. That's what this region is known for. Around the area is a place called Crystal Castle. And Crystal Castle used to have the Tibetan monks would go there every year and do a special ceremony, and people would talk about the energy that was in the region, and it was a healing energy, and that was because of the Tibetan monks. But Crystal Castle was sold. And when it was sold, everything went up by the people that took it over. Everything changed. And the monks no longer come. The energy is no longer the same. So what is it that the Shire and the government, the state government of New South Wales, what is it they're up to? And this affects everybody. It's something that everyone should be taking notice of. Thanks for joining, those who popped in and out.